Everyone, Cosmic Carrie here. Welcome back to another video. December the 7th, 2025. I have been moved to do a reading for you today as I've had a few downloads from the corvida, hence the pointer corvida feather. Just as we're asking for messages from Divine, coming down from the full moon in Gemini. Today we have, I think, about 89% waning gibbous. So I wanted to get some information as we start to draw this year of 2025 to a close, this 9-year. From the thumbnail you will see that we have some cards. So this is what I was drawn to use today. I'm going to be using the corvida feather. I'll explain why in a minute. We're going to have the Radiant Wise Tarot, as ever. Thank you. We've got a lovely crystal adorning the reading, and I will explain that in a moment. We're going to have, of course, the Wisdom of the Oracle, Colette Baron Reid. We're going to take a card from that. We're going to have the Shamanic deck from Colette, Mystical Shaman. So we will take that also. We will pull a couple of charms from the bag of charms. So I'm just going to move these things aside. We have a very, very beautiful light, and today the light of the reading is from a beautiful wax tea light, which is going to stay here. And we have the moss agate crystal adorning this reading. This is beautiful. Moss agate is for healing, balance, cleansing, and it's a crystal that was used by people gardening, agriculture, and was often carried as a talisman. So also I like the fact that it is moon shaped, not crescent moon, but yeah. Well, I don't know, 89%, no, I think 89% is a bit fuller. Anyway, thank you, moss agate. So, yesterday and today, on my travels out and about, I had to go up to Bristol for a training on Friday and saw an absolutely enormous group of corvida. In that group were crows, ravens, jackdaws, and probably others. It was huge. It was probably, for this species, it would have been 250, 300 birds swooping over the hills above or on the way to Bristol. So that felt very significant. And today when we were out and about, more corvida, crows particularly, and jackdaws flying in groups. They tend to do an evening flight, the whole family, the whole local group, before they settle in for the night. And we caught them, we saw them. And so this is what reached out, the beautiful pointer feather of probably a crow or a jackdaw. Yeah. So, yeah, still coming down, waning gibbous from the full moon in Gemini, which was a few days ago. I'm still receiving messages, so let's see what further messages we may have. This, as ever, is for the collective and for the individual, for cross watchers. Let's see what comes up. Thank you for being here, and welcome if you're returning, but also welcome if you're new to Two for Joy. This channel is just increasing exponentially. I'm so, so grateful to all of you. Thank you for pressing that wonderful subscribe button. We're about 1.8 thousand now, which is absolutely amazing. I'm still blown away by that. Fantastic. So let us begin. Everything's been pre-shuffled. I have also smudged with an unknown smudge stick, group of sticks. I don't know what it is, so I'm not going to guess. I don't think it's a sage. So yeah, excuse me leaning across. I have a little bit of a seasonal sniffle, so apologies if I need to just sort that out now and again. So, Spirit, may we please have some messages for our beautiful Two for Joy viewers, old and new alike. Let us begin. So let us start with Colette, Wisdom of the Oracle. Anybody who knows me knows I will read intuitively from the card that comes out, and I may take advice from Colette and her guidebook. Thank you very much, that's perfect. Love that. Okay, lovely. That is brilliant. Okay, so we're going to put this here and I'll hold it up to the screen. The first card we have is Imagine. Absolutely beautiful. And I love this because, of course, what we've got is the moon. In fact, we have got a sort of a crescent moon here, which is lovely. That resonates for where we are, because this is a reading around the moon phase. As we said, it's Waning, Gibbous, 89%, and we have our Mosagat, which is also in the shape of the moon. Let's honour the card and put it that way. For me, it's facing left, which is the future. This is number 20. 20 for me is clear vision. It's 2 times 10, of course. 10 breaks down to unity 1, and that comes after the 9 years, so next year is a 1 or a 10, however you see that. Clear vision is asking you to imagine. This is to do with dreams, this is to do with forward projections, manifestations, and there's a couple of messages that are coming off this card for me. Blue is very much for me the throat chakra. I think this card is asking us to speak into the divine, into the universe, speak our truth, but also speak into existence that which we wish to see, or that which we are dreaming of. It's almost like when we take time to spell out, to say the words, allow the words of your dreams to resonate in your throat, the throat chakra. It's like you set down a spark into the universe, and the universe conspires with light, love and beauty to deliver or put together or set a path forward so that your dreams that you have voiced can come into being. This is what I'm getting from this beautiful card. Thank you, Spirit. Absolutely gorgeous. And when we look at that in a bit more detail, we have, how interesting, we have a beautiful figure, just a shadow here, look. I'm sorry, the light isn't brilliant. It's here, a shadow figure, and the shadow figure has a very fine line held onto the moon. And the position of the figure for me is forward, future, to the left. So again, it's talking about voicing your dreams, your wishes, what you wish to come into fruition. Voice it, set down something into the universe, and the universe starts to conspire. It may be that you've done that previously, and that this is coming in now. You're going to start to see this. But I think it's saying, think about this in the drawing together of 2025, in the last few weeks, a couple of weeks that we have left in December. Revive, renew those things that you wish to bring in for yourself. You're being asked and reminded of that. Thank you, Spirit. Beautiful. Let us turn to Colette's other deck. Excuse me, I can't speak today. I have to say, when I was trying to set up the computer, the phone switched off at least 10 times. I'm just going to stand back and check that it's still on. It's still on, thank God for that. Thank you, Spirit. Excuse me. And also, as I was finally, just as I put the light on, and then this is bizarre, this has never happened before, this is a first. I love first because it means that it's a powerful portend with this reading. It's unlucky, it's auspicious. They're watching and they like what they're seeing. I have a fairy bell outside, which is a bell that was in the garden on the bandstand on our decking when we moved in, and we've kept it. And I promise you, this is a channel of truth. You will only get absolute authenticity and truth from me. As I was preparing, and particularly when I struck a match to turn this light on, to light the candle, something very strongly rang the fairy bell. So I'm laughing, but I think that we're blessed. There's additional blessings in this reading. Spirit, please will you tell us what mystical shaman would like to add to number 20, clear vision, voice your dreams, voice your desires, voice the manifestation. You're being asked to, if you haven't done that, to do that. Even if you've done it, doesn't hurt to do it again. We are then asked to stand back and wait for divine timing, of course. But it's just asking us in the wash up or the wrap up of this amazing 2025 to look at that and remember that. Spirit, what does mystical shaman want to tell us to add to this beautiful card from Colette, number 20? Little bit slow. When I pre-shuffled, thank you, Spirit. Oh, I love that. Now this is interesting. When I pre-shuffled, I want to say the arrow came out, but a different one has come out now. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. 46. Ah, there you go. 4 and 6 is 10. We move from year 9, which is 2025, at some point into 2026, which is a 1, or at 10, add it up, unity 1, becomes a 1. So here we have the beautiful serpent. Ha ha ha. I hope you can get some detail. Please scribe for yourself, divine, intuit what you get yourself from the card. Very important. Hone those creative skills and talents that you have. So what I'm picking up here, of course, we are closing up the beautiful this year, which was the year of the serpent or the snake, 2025. We close it from a calendar perspective on the 31st of December, but we don't move into, for example, the Chinese New Year that comes next year in February, mid-February, something like the 17th or 19th, is the fire horse. Now, that's a very lucky, I hope, for me, I am actually a fire horse. So this is saying about the closing out of this serpent year or snake year. Of course, we know this is a double-headed serpent, or it's 2 serpents entwined. I think it could be 2. Yeah, I think it is actually 2. So 2 is relevant here, but the serpent is also healer. But we're talking, of course, aren't we, about shedding a skin. We're talking about transformation. We're talking about shedding old skin, which may be ways of being, thought processes, shedding of energy around us that's not been good for us, toxic, letting go of stuff. We're asked, this is clearance, isn't it? We're being asked for clearance here to make sure we're clear. And I think also what's jumping out here to me is the moon here, the full moon, which we've just had a few days ago in Gemini. This blue, again, we said throat chakra, but it is also giving me vibes of the moonlight. I mean, I don't know where you are in the world, wonderful viewers. We're here in South Somerset, UK, and we had an absolute beautiful full moon in Gemini, with at some point a sort of either a moon bow, where you have the moon and then you have another ring around it a distance away, which normally means precipitation is on its way, rain, but it's utterly beautiful. And of course this big moon. So moon is the shadow side. You're being asked to, I think, make sure that you've cleared, that you're clearing any of the shadow side, the inner work. I mean, it's an ongoing process, isn't it? Shadow side, inner work, we do some, we move forward. We need to do more, we move forward. But this is it. So take time for healing, I think, towards the end of the year. I've got a couple of weeks left, so take room to take stock of how much you've done this year, my friends. It's great to have goals and to charge on and think about ways forward, but not at the expense of stopping and literally taking stock, Take stock of how much you've done, how far you've come, how absolutely friggin' awesome you are. Don't race over that bit, my friends, because that is so, so, so important that you do that. So 46 is relevant, 10 is relevant, 20 is relevant. Interesting. Cycles, and of course the cycles as we move towards the end of the year, clearing up, tying off loose ends, and gently beginning to move our energy towards the amazing new energies that will be there for us in 2026. Wonderful, thank you, Spirit. May we have a Radiant Wise Tarot to give us more information. Now, let's have a look. When I pre-shuffled, the Seven of Pentacles came out. I shuffled a bit more and then the Ten of Pentacles came out. Thank you, Spirit. That's absolutely wonderful. Let us see what we have. Oh, okay. We have the Tower. Now, this is interesting. The Tower has been coming up in the collective a lot for everybody, all signs of the zodiac that I've been aware of. I want to say, do not be afeared, do not be afraid, friends at Two for Joy Oracle. The Tower is saying basically that these people have been moved out of their comfort zone. The number is 16, so that's relevant, and 6 and 1 is 7. 7 is always divine. I want to kind of also point out, I'm going to hold this up to the screen, that, you know, people are sometimes afraid of this card. They think chaos, destruction, that kind of thing. This isn't the energy that I'm picking up from this card today, 7th of December. You may have already gone through a Tower moment. Yeah. These people are definitely being moved out of their comfort zone. And I think this is what we're getting with this card in reflection of the other two cards, where you're being asked to remember your dreams, speak your truth into the world, and the shedding of old skin, transformation as a metaphor for letting go of stuff, in order to make room in your system, so that into the room that you allow to happen in your system, good stuff can start to manifest, to build. I think the Tower is perhaps not a warning. People say it's a warning, but I'm feeling that the Tower reflects more on this second card, the Serpent here. Please do stop, take stock, and give thanks, be grateful. See how far you've come, see how awesome you are. Stop and take stock of the beautiful, wonderful effort and outcomes that you already have, either per se or perhaps with regard to future dreams, future wishes and desires. I feel that, if anything, it's a gentle warning from the universe to really stop, take stock, take time as we move into the festive and the holiday season. Don't keep ploughing on through. We don't want things like burnout to happen. We don't want you to become unwell, run down, get coughs, colds and flus. It is the season for all of those things. And I think this, if anything, is a gentle, mild warning. It may be that you're not used to stopping, or even it may be, wonderful souls, that you don't like the end of the year or the Christmas or the festive season if you celebrate that in your space. Not everyone likes Christmas, not everyone likes the festival. We absolutely love it in this house and we celebrate it, but we must respectfully say that not everybody does, and that's absolutely fine. But I think that this Tower is saying, please do slow down. Take stock, have a breather, relax, enjoy, see friends, spend time doing activities that bring you joy. And I think that the Tower is particularly for this card. That makes sense. We do sometimes forget, don't we, in our busy lives, to stop and to breathe. and cast our eyes upon the wondrous things that we have created, but to take stock and to give thanks and gratitude of just where we are, what is around us, who is around us, and our connections, for it is all amazing and divine. Wonderful. So let's have a couple of charms. Thank you, Spirit. This is wonderful. I'm just going to rearrange things so that I can have space for the charms. Okay, let's go. Oh, don't go out, little light. Let's see if I can just get a bit more. There we go. A little bit more flame. Okay. Spirit, may we have something for the heart of the matter for this reading. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, lovely, lucky frog. And something from the periphery. Thank you. Oh, how lovely. Beautiful. Two beautiful charms from our bag of charms. So the first one, the heart of the matter. Hoping that you can see that. It's the beautiful froggy frog on his lily leaf. Frogs are very lucky, auspicious. It's good weather for frogs at the moment here in South Somerset, here in the UK. I'm being moved to put the frog on here, on this card. So this feels really as though it belongs there. It's like a wish is going to be granted as well. I think when we get frog, they are lucky, and it is about wishes being granted. So what we said about, putting things into verbal form, speaking them, singing them if you're musically inclined, reading them if you've written them as poetry, or just saying them into the ether, into the air. They will be captured, caught in divine energy, and they will start to manifest something in your direction. Wonderful. And then the periphery of the matter, we have the wonderful tree of life. Oh, I like that. Let's just see if I can hold that up for you. Tree of life. Lovely. And I feel that this belongs on the serpent card. This is also, we said, didn't we, the tree of life. The trees in December are starting to go to sleep. They've lost their leaves, a lot of them, apart from the ones that don't lose leaves. But this is still about follow the cycles of life. And I'm kind of really being drawn to that in terms of the transformation, shedding skin, allowing yourself to transform and move on. A way of helping you do that is to follow the wheel of the year, or follow the cycles of life, follow the seasons. Take the cue from the tree of life. The tree of life is about cycles, beginnings and endings, and that's what we have, the end of this year, thinking about that. But it's also about be like a tree, I feel. Be like a tree. We're becoming perhaps a little bit more dormant, a little bit, not the sap is rising, but the sap is going inwards as we come into a little bit of hibernation. And that's a time when we can slow down a little bit, de-stress, take stock. But the other message I get from the Tree of Life symbol is, from the Tree of Life charm, is be safe, put plenty of clothes for outside on, and go into nature. The autumn, and as we move gently towards slipping into winter, it's a very sacred time. Be outside when you can. If you haven't, please take time to look at my shorts on the channel. I try mostly to do my shorts outside in nature, in the divine earth and world. So I think you're being encouraged here to get out into nature. But do be careful. Like today here in South Somerset, there's a storm. There's always a storm on a Sunday because we have bin day on Monday. So you can guarantee there's going to be a holy blowing on a Sunday because we have bins the next day. And it is really very windy today. So be careful if you walk out under trees, and you probably should avoid doing that. Be sensible, guys. Be safe. So I really love this reading. All that remains for me to do is to say thank you very much for being here. I love you all. I thank you for your time, your gift, and your viewing. The comments box is open. You're welcome to make comments. Ask me for particular readings if you want. Personal readings are open. If you send me an email, and the email is on my blurb on the homepage of Two for Joy Oracle, we can set that up. And if not, that's absolutely fine. So I'll ask for your subscription if you haven't subscribed, and if you have subscribed or you become a sunscriber, which is what subscribers on this channel are called, thank you. I love and appreciate you all. That's why I'm going to send you positive, warm vibes, love and light, my friends. Until the next reading, which will be next week, I wish you well. Namaste.